9 News Plus weather sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Wednesday. 9 News meteorologist Greg Perez here with an update to the forecast. And the big story, of course, moving forward, it's that next system that's starting tomorrow and lasting through Friday, bringing a decent amount of snowfall in the metro area and beyond. So great news for skiers and snowboarders. However, it could cause a few problems on the roadways, not only tomorrow evening, but also on Friday evening, where we could be seeing a few delayed schools as we head into the weekend. So let me take you outside right now, because as of right now, things aren't looking too bad. Temperatures on your way out the door this afternoon in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Live over Lookout Mountain, a few of those puffy clouds in the sky. Otherwise, things aren't looking too bad. Temperatures out the door, as I said, in the 30s. One last look over Denver right now. A few more clouds, I should say, in the lower elevations. Temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Not going to be getting a whole lot warmer. Our high temperature only topping out right there in the upper 30s and lower 40s. HD Doppler radar showing a few light flurries along the I-76 corridor and down towards the south near the I-70 corridor, pushing into parts of Burlington and, of course, Lamar. That's not going to be the big story, though. That is just a few flurries, not going to be causing any accumulations. The roadways are going to be just fine. And as I said, those high temperatures for today, not going to be doing a whole lot more than where we are right now. Overnight low temperatures dropping back down into the teens. Winds coming out of the south anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. And, of course, this is all as we get ready for our next system. Winter weather advisory is in effect starting noon tomorrow, lasts until 9 a.m. Friday. 2 to 5 inches of snow likely. That starts on Thursday evening, even bleeds over into the early hours of Friday morning. But by the time we're waking up, or most of us are going to be waking up on Friday morning, a lot of that snowfall is going to dissipate and move out of our area. Pushing through this afternoon and into this evening, the skies are going to remain clear. A few more clouds start piling on tomorrow morning as we get ready for our first shot of snowfall. And that occurs between 10 and 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. But it's only going to be light. Very light snowfall to start out with. But check out what happens as we head through the late morning, early afternoon, and then the early evening into the late evening hours. It becomes much more widespread, and you see areas and pockets of darker blue, which means heavier snowfall rates possible Thursday evening into Friday morning. We're really mainly talking about Thursday evening after 6 o'clock is when the heaviest of snowfall is going to be occurring. Keep that in mind, because the commute tomorrow, if you leave between 4 and 5 o'clock, not going to be too bad. But if you leave after 5:30, it's a completely different story. The roadways are certainly going to be slick, and there will most likely be delays. Check out what happens by the early hours of Friday morning, though. And by the time most of us are out the door between the 9 and 10 o'clock hour, even earlier than that, between the 7 and 8 o'clock hour, maybe a flurry or two. Otherwise, things are going to be completely dry. So here are the takeaways that you need to know moving forward. The evening commute on Thursday, especially if you're leaving after 5 o'clock, it looks very, very rough. Four-wheel drive, certainly a necessity, or certainly recommended, I should say. And take it easy on the roadways tomorrow evening, because even though it's not going to be a whole lot of snow, it's only going to be 2 to 5 inches for the entire metro area. Temperatures are going to be cold enough to where some of that snow could freeze onto the roadways, causing all sorts of problems. And speaking of those sorts of problems, school delays are certainly possible on Friday morning on your way out the door. So keep that in mind as we head through the rest of this week. Those kiddos, the school might be delayed, so make sure to make other plans. And otherwise, in other areas, I'm going to run through two different models. We're looking at about 4 to 6 inches near Winter Park and Steamboat Springs. Fort Collins, a pretty similar situation. That's the European model. And that shot of cool air moves into the picture. Now, this is the global forecasting system model, showing anywhere between 3 to 5 inches as you're pushing up towards Rocky Mountain National Park, Allens Park, Estes Park. But it seems pretty consistent that the Denver metro area is going to be a little bit closer to 2 inches than it is to 5 inches. Still, those roadways are certainly going to be on the rougher side, and certainly going to be on the slicker side of things. So just take it easy. Give yourself plenty of extra time on your way out the door on Friday morning, whether that be going to work or school. But by Friday, say mid-morning at the very latest, that snowfall is going to be gone. Regardless, I was showing you this jet stream forecast that I'm actually going to show you right now one more time. This jet stream forecast is the reason why not only we have a little bit of snowfall, but extremely cold conditions. The snowfall is more because of the front that's pushing through. It's actually going to be coming in early tomorrow morning, and then after the front is when a lot of that snowfall starts to kick up. But this jet stream, look how deep it digs. This trough digs into the United States. It goes as far down as southwestern Tennessee. Now, they're certainly not going to be very, very cold, but they'll be feeling the effects of that cooler air. The Midwest is going to be getting the brunt of it. Minneapolis, parts of, or Minnesota, I should say, parts of Wisconsin, parts of northern Illinois, northern Indiana. They are certainly, and of course, Michigan is right in the middle of this upper level low pressure system that is going to be diving in from the Manitoba region. And because of that, we have temperatures, for us, I should say, in the 20s. Out towards the Midwest, I would be surprised if highs make it out of the single digits with this type of system that's pushing through their area. So, yeah, life is all about perspective. At least we're not going to be down into the single digits as highs, but certainly going to be on the colder side of things on both Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. Temperature starts to rebound just a little bit on Saturday, yeah, but things are certainly going to be on the colder side. And here's a 7-day forecast showing just that. 20s on Thursday and on Friday. So tomorrow, our high temperature, only 27 degrees. We're not going to be making it past freezing. Same thing goes for Friday. Fair conditions, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. A lot of that snow is going to be out. We're not going to be getting a whole lot of accumulations Friday morning. Much of the accumulations comes later on tomorrow evening. As we head through Saturday and Sunday, back in the 40s, still chilly on Saturday, warming up to nearing 50 degrees on Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday, upper 40s and lower 50s, a few more clouds on both Tuesday and Wednesday. But as I said, here's the big story moving forward. We'll get back to this graphic one last time so I can show you what you need to know for our system that's moving into the picture late tonight, early tomorrow morning, or excuse me, early tomorrow, and then later on tomorrow evening, I should say. Thursday evening through Friday morning, snow highlights. Thursday evening commute looking very, very rough. If you leave before 5 o'clock, things aren't looking too bad. After 5 o'clock is when those roads will certainly start to become a little bit slick. 2 to 5 inches for most of the metro area possible. I'm thinking a little bit more on the lighter end of that, between 2 and 3 inches, but of course 5 inches, that's where that winter weather advisory, that's what that winter weather advisory is putting out. School delays possible on Friday morning, so those kiddos, you might want to make alternate plans and make sure that you are able to keep them indoors at least for the first half of the day. Temperatures overnight too, they're dropping back down into the single digits, so that's part of the reason why some of the roads are going to be rough. A lot of that snowfall is certainly going to be sticking on the road. So keep this in mind moving forward. Four-wheel drive, you should strongly consider it, as although it's not completely necessary, it's certainly going to help you. 2 to 5 inches for the metro, and of course, school delays possible on Friday morning. Alrighty, everyone, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. That'll be it for me. But Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin, she'll be on at 4 and 5. Meanwhile, Meteorologist Lauren Robinson, she'll be on at 6, 9, and 10 with the very latest forecast. And as always, you can visit you can visit 9news.com/weather for the latest.